All right. I need to make sure that my microphone settings are correct. Yep, it should be correct. I'm gonna turn my volume up a bit more though, since last stream I was very quiet, so my volume's actually at 0 decibels this time for the microphone. If it's too loud though, please let me know. Also, I can hear myself from my other monitor since I was testing out if the stream's working. Alright, I should probably go ahead and advertise that I'm live before I do anything else. Where is it? There we go. It is part 135. I've been playing this game quite a bit. Oh my god, my volume's all the way up. Holy crap, that's loud. Oh, I saw it peaking at the red. Oh my god. Whoa, whoa. Oh, it's because I'm going up close to the mic. Oh no. Oh no. How's that sounding on the stream? Oh no. I'm blasting out people's ears. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Okay, is this better? Okay, it's getting a little bit loud, but it's not like... Oh no, it's speaking. It's speaking. I need to change the decibel level. Okay, now it's at negative 2.5. Hopefully I'm not blasting anyone's ears out now. Holy crap. Yeah, no, I saw it peaking on OBS, so that might have blasted some people's ear. Yeah. Wow. Sorry for blasting out anyone's ears live or in the recording archive of this. I'm still working out the small little kinks with this new Fi microphone. I am now live with my 135th part of my Umineko Let's Read. Okay. Oh. If my keyboard lets me send a link. Yep, there we go. It's not working. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Umineko stream. Alright, yep, my messages came through, and the stream is on and active. Let's hope that nothing weird happens. Alright. I'm not going to do a lot of beginning banter for today's stream, since I only really have until like 6 p.m. my time to stream, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on this chapter so that I don't have to cut it short. Yeah, I'm on a tight schedule this weekend, so I want to probably get this chapter done before my 3-hour limit hits. The Book of the Single Truth was sealed in crystal by Battler. Until the seal is undone, I can't even stick the key in the keyhole. I'm still down for banter during the stream, though. I just could not do like the beginning banter that I usually do.
その封印もちろん
Sorry for the clinking of metal right there. My microphone did that. They were in a vast, dimly lit space. To sum it up in a phrase, it was like a trench in the ocean floor. Mariana Trench? No. That's not quite right. Hi. I have a feeling I hear you on my left ear only. Oh, left ear only? Hold on, that's a problem. Left ear? Oh no, it's on mono! Why is the microphone on mono? What? Wait, why is it on the mono setting? Hold on. Sorry about that. Maybe I will have the beginning banter section, because, I need to fix that. Oh! It was on the wrong microphone. It was on the... Wait, was that on the USB? Yeah, no, it was on the Focusrite. Oh, it was playing the USB audio right there. Oh no, hold on. Oh, that's a problem. The stream is in stereo, but not the mic. Got it. Okay, yeah. No, the mic was in mono while the whole stream was in stereo. Oh, wow. Okay, that should be better. I was able to fix that right there. Yeah, I was connected to the wrong input. So apparently for this microphone to work, you need to plug in both the USB, the USB, as well as the XLR cable. And for some reason on the USB, it's in mono. Meanwhile, through the XLR cable, it's under stereo. It is so weird. Hopefully you can hear me from more than your left ear right now. I might have to adjust some of the audio settings. Alright, but that fix was not as long as I thought. It works, yeah! It works. Okay. I thought that was going to take a lot longer than it actually had taken. No, that's not quite white. It was a library. However, the number of books and the height of the shelves vastly surpassed all those that existed in the world of humans. If height is the measure of greatness, then the gods must surely be giants taller than mountains. This place appeared to be a library big enough and grand enough for such gods. Each individual book was no larger than those from the human world. However, the shelves holding them stood like the walls of a valley, or rather, a deep-sea ocean trench. So, Angie and the others looked like little more than a few small butterflies who had wandered into this vast library. Like minuscule, deep-sea fish swimming about, all alone in an ocean pit.
これは封印じゃなくて氷みたいなものよ。バトラの手から奪えば日向に置いとくだけで時間をかければ勝手に溶ける程度の脆いもの。手っ取り早く打ち砕けないの？
But wouldn't that potentially damage the pages?
あんたは冷凍サンマをハンマーで叩いて解凍するの？
Absolutely. I like them crushed.
ごめんね。家庭科は1なの。
Oh my god, imagining someone bringing out a hammer in a cooking class is way too funny, actually. Like, I understand a meat tenderizer, but a hammer? Like, maybe you can use a hammer as a meat tenderizer? But it doesn't really work like that.
この封印の回答を。
Oh, are we actually going to read the book? Oh, her army of cats are here. When Berncastle whispered, from the dark ocean pit deep below them, several emerald green glints appeared and gathered like a school of fish. Berncastle threw the book of the single truth down to them. And only after several seconds passed, the school of fish seemed to gather around it and carry it away. Those few seconds made it clear just how deep this bookshelf trench went. Angie was once again dumbfounded by this unimaginably vast and godly library.
あとはあの子たちに任せておけばいいわ。本当に私に中を読ませてくれるんでしょうね。
Will she?
あなたが望むならそれは叶うわ。そして私だってあなたのその鍵がなければ読むことが叶わない。
Angie silently gripped the golden key in her pocket. This journey had been so long and so strange. In search of the truth from 12 years ago, I left my home, met President Okunogi, met Amakusa, and at some point that... Oops, I double-clicked. Oops, hold on. I did not mean to do that. And at some point, that adventure became wrapped in the illusion of the witch. However, here I am. Ushiramiya Ava's diary is here. The truth inside it is sitting right before me.
しばらく休みなさい。 私もあんたの相手だけをしていられるほど暇じゃないの。別に疲れてなんかいないけどね。エリカ、エンジェにお茶でもご馳走しなさい。我が主。
Eureka popped into existence out of nowhere and bowed to her master.
ベルンカステル、もしあんたが私をうまいこと利用して本と鍵を奪おうと考えているなら、ただじゃ済まさないわよ。貴様、我が主に向かってなんて口を。ごめんなさいね。魔女とずいぶん長くやり合ってたせいで、普通の言葉は信用しないことにしてるの。いいわ。赤き真実で約束してあげる。
Okay, let's see your wording here.
一なる真実の書を封印が解けて一番最初に読むのはあなた、エンジェよ。
So wait, that technically means though, if the seal is not dissolved, Berncastle cannot, let me reword that, hold on. So basically, what Berncastle's saying is, when the seal on the the book of the single truth is dissolved, Angie will be the first to read it. This does not promise that Berncastle, won't take her sweet time in dissolving the seal. I'm having a complete brain fart right now. I think I'm slightly sick today. But yeah, so this red truth does not really say if Berncastle is going to go through with her word, because that does not, promise she will unseal it.
これでいい?
Yeah, this is not a promise that she's going to unseal it. Sorry, I just don't trust Berncastle at all. She's probably going to unseal it. However, at the same time, I can see how Berncastle is going to take advantage of this to mess with Angie. Because Berncastle doesn't really care to read it from what I'm assuming. I might be wrong, though. For some time, Angie considered the witch's words, searching for some sort of trap hidden within them. There's no guarantee greater than a witch's red truth. Angie understood this well enough. If she started to doubt even this red truth, there would be nothing left to trust in this entire world. If she began to suspect even this, then even the truth would no longer be the truth.
まだ不満なの?
A promise that you will actually unseal it?
何も.
Oh, Angie, you should have pushed for more to make sure that Berncastle would follow through with unsealing it. Because with her red truth, it only is in the condition that once it is unsealed. She did not say how long that would take, though. Maybe I'm going way too hard in my mistrust of Berncastle here. If she wanted to read the book of the single truth, she would need Berncastle's assistance. And she finally realized that she had nothing to gain by complaining more and annoying this witch further. That is fair.
封印が解けたらすぐに呼んでちょうだい.
And she won't call for 1,000 years.
もちろんよ。私だって早く読みたいもの。
Oh, so she is interested, actually.
すぐに呼ぶわ。
Burn spun away from them, then vanished into the dark bookshelf trench. Angie saw a school of emerald fish appear and fall behind Berncastle. Could those be her familiars? As she stared at the emerald lights that resembled some sort of deep fish sea, Angie was poked from behind. Oh, it's Eureka.
行きますよ。どうしエンジェ？気持ち悪いからエンジェでお願い。じゃあ私のことはエリカ様でお願いします。
Oh, you bitch. Literally after being told to call Angie something more casual. Rika just said, call me Arika-sama. So wait, would you be fine with Comrade Arika then? Oh.
行きましょう。同志エリカ。
Angie literally did the exact thing I joked about. And Berncastle is here eating the popcorn. The pair began to swim in the direction Erika indicated. Swim seemed a better word for it than fly. Oh, is the air thick or something?
ここは何なの?
Or are they like moving their arms while floating? Are they like doing something like this? Because when I hear the word swim and it's being equated to flying, I'm like, okay, so are they like moving their arms to, you know, swim through something? Or are they going through something like thicker than air? I guess the definition of swim here is a bit confusing for me. Oop, I was clicking on the wrong mouse.
図書館って呼ぶにはあまりに広大すぎるわ。どうせ覚えられませんから、図書館とでも呼ばれたらどうです?
That just makes me more curious to know what the name's gonna be. Or the name is.
覚えるかどうかは私が決めるわ。言いなさいよ。尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女により厳選されし名誉ある図書の都です。
You know, I thought that was gonna take up the whole paragraph space, like the whole paragraph bar. That was just gonna take up that entire bar. Okay, so the great witch of theater-going, drama, and spectating's noble city of carefully selected books. Got it. Now I need to turn off my phone push notifications. I forgot to turn those off. Oh, it's all just ads. I hate how I get ads as notifications now. Like, I remember when it's just like subscribe videos from YouTube or, you know, posts from people I follow on social media. And now I'm getting actual ads on my phone notifications. I need to like reset all my notifications so that it's only messages. Like, I am so annoyed with just random ads. Like, the ads aren't even relevant sometimes. It's so annoying. But that's a later problem for me when I'm not streaming.
やっぱ図書館でいいわ。
I might make a video about how to turn off advertising ads though, because I am so annoyed with advertisements being sent to my phone.
言うと思いました。
The City of Books. Yeah, the name fits. The bookshelves on either side of this canyon are skyscrapers. If I think of those emerald green lights flowing beneath us as headlights on a highway, then this really does seem like a city of books.
ただの本じゃないんでしょ? これらは。ええ。これら一冊一冊が重厚な群衆劇をまとめたもの。ここでは本に見えますが、本を開けばそこには本当に世界があるのです。
So, in a way, they're like other stories that Angie could observe. Got it.
私たちの長い物語もこの中の一冊でしかないのね。
So wait, as in our tale, is it like all the message bottles into one book? Or is it multiple books for each message bottle?
遥か上層の霞んで見えないくらいに上層の大魔女はもはや神や造物主と同じ存在です。そんな連中から見れば私たちの物語なんて果たして一冊にまとめる価値があるかどうか。
It could be within a story of short, like a collection of short stories. From a theater-goer's perspective, our individual lives are hardly worth anything at all. If they're recording an entire world in a single volume, then my life probably isn't even worth a single line. Damn.
でも私たちは主人公だわ。私も あんたも。
Wait, Erika is?
そうです。神々の物語に記されることが
Damn!
私たちが記す自らの物語の主人公は常に自分なんです。
Okay, that is fair though.
それを自覚できるかできないかが魔女と人間を分ける最初の分かれ道。
Oh, there's like statues here. Holy shit. They were on a balcony, which was really a room-sized section that had been dug out of the bookshelf, with no guardrail along the cliff. It didn't go in very deep, so it looked like a room that had been cut in half. It was filled with the tools of everyday life, as though this was Rika's hidden house, with statues in it.
我が主よりお茶を振る舞えとの命令ですので、飲む気がなくてもロートを突っ込んで流し込みますから、そのつもりで。
You are forced to drink the tea and like it.
それやったらお抹茶を振る舞うわよ。
Is that a bad thing?
抹茶？
Oh wait, does she not know what matcha is?
なんでもないわ、こっちの話。
Wait, when was matcha introduced? Like, was it, you know, not that long ago? I thought matcha's been around for a lot longer. Hold on. Matcha. I mean, I know we're running out of matcha. Like, that's one thing I do know. Huh. Is there like a history part in Wikipedia? Oh, it's been around in China since the Tang Dynasty. What the hell? Huh. Maybe matcha as we know it was not really that known until like the 2000s and all that, or 1990s. No, it's been around a lot longer. There might be something that's going over my head here with what Angie said. Hold on. Throughout the 20th century, matcha remained central to the practice of the Japanese tea ceremony, preserved by major tea schools such as Urasenke and Omote Senki. Yeah, so matcha's been around for a while. I'm not 100% sure what that line actually meant. Huh. I mean, I like matcha, and I do feel sad that we're running out of it. Ignoring Erika as she made tea, Angie looked down upon the bizarre, otherworldly scene below. Until Erika finished getting the tea ready, the scene held Angie's gaze like it was sucking out her soul.
こう言っちゃなんですけど。何？真実を得るために命を投げ出す契約なんてよくもしたもんですね。生きて何かするあてもない。
I'm a cafe person. Yeah, I also like going to cafes sometimes, like in between, you know, work and going home. Sometimes when I'm waiting for my bus, I kind of just sit at a cafe sometimes and chill. Like my bus only comes once in an hour, so literally I have a long time to wait until like my bus comes, really. Especially when, like, you know, I get off right as the bus leaves. I have to wait for like a whole other hour, so I just go to a nearby cafe and just chill there for like 45 minutes until I need to get to my stop.
なら私にとって残りの人生を投げ出すことなんて。
Although I definitely need to go for non-caffeinated options, because as I realize, I think I've become more sickly on the weekends now, because I'm not having as much caffeine. Because throughout this entire stream, I'm like, God, why am I feeling so off right now? Like, I was so hyped right before I started, you know, streaming that I'm like, huh, where did, you know, this lack of energy come from? It's because I've not really had any caffeine today. Oh, God. Yeah, I need to start, going more, low caffeine or no caff for sometimes when I get my coffee or tea, because the lack of caffeine right now is definitely making me a bit lethargic.
我が主も物好きな方です。
And no, I'm not bringing myself a coffee just to stream. It is like in the late afternoon. I'm not drinking a coffee. It'll help me focus. At the same time, though, I'm going to be running to the bathroom 1,000 times.
こんな無気力女の無価値な命と引き換えに契約なさるなんて。
Angie chuckled, not bothering to argue. That was exactly right. How incredible that Burn Castle would lend her power to a worthless life that was trying to throw itself away.
まあ、我が主は奇跡を司る魔女ですから。だからあんたみたいな無価値な女の前にも姿を現すのです。そうね。ベルンカステルが現れなくても、私はあの日、あの虚空へ一歩を踏み出していたのだから。安い女。じゃあ、あんたにはそれだけの価値が？私ですか
？I look forward to her response. The way Eureka cackled was disturbing. Still, Angie realized that this was her way of answering the question. People don't become witches of their own choosing. If they are capable of living, all people want to live their lives as humans. When something comes along to trip up that life, that's when the road to living as a witch opens. I don't know why, but the whole line right here that says people don't become witches of their own choosing, it just highly reminds me of Madoka Magica. I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but I don't think the witches choose to become witches in that story. Even Furuto Eureka, who calls herself the Witch of Truth, must be like this. The two witches of truth, sitting here drinking tea without even looking at each other, are exactly the same.
私は真実を暴くのが好きです。知ってるわ。隠し事を暴き、相手がどうしてバレたんだと青ざめるのを見るのが大好きなんです。その瞬間、私は真実に至ったのだと確信し、恍惚を覚えます。趣味の悪いやつ。じゃあ、あなたにとって真実は何だというんです？
Angie was about to give an immediate answer, but she bit back her words. Then she gulped, not knowing how to respond. After all, to Angie, the truth itself was the goal. At first, it was out of hatred. Could Shirimiya Eva, the sole survivor of Okunjima, be the culprit behind everything? She hated Eva, but she had no proof that her aunt was the culprit. And of course, Eva never talked about what happened on that island. So at first, the truth meant proof that Eva was culprit in Angie's eyes. However, that feeling withered away with Ava's death. Now that Ava was dead, even if Angie did find some kind of proof, it wouldn't mean anything. So, eventually, the truth Angie wanted to find became nothing more than the simple desire to know what happened on that island that day. However, one thing was obvious. Even if she did find out the truth, that wouldn't bring any of her family back to her.
意味なんてないのかもね。 意味もなく大好きなお兄ちゃんが隠す真実を暴く。あんたこそ意味がわかりません。
Erika laughed mockingly. Angie laughed too, as though she agreed.
だからね、私にとっての真実は目的に変わったの。生きるための理由とでも言えばいいのかしら。じゃあ真実にたどり着いたらもう生きる意味も目的もなくなっちゃいますね。そうよ。だから死ぬの。もういいじゃない。12年も余計に生きたのよ。そんな私に最後の瞬間くらい願いを叶えてくれる魔女が現れてもいいとは思わない？ぶっちゃけると、生きるのにもう疲れたの一言でようやくできちゃいますね。そうよ。だから私の存在も生きる目的も何もかもが無意味。一なる真実の書にたどり着くという目的は、そんな私に人生最後のちょっとしたきらめきを与えてくれたわ。その一点でだけベルンカステルには感謝してるわ。なるほど。バトラはあんたに生きてほしいからあんたの死ぬためのゴールを隠してるわけですね。バトラさんに初めて登場します。妹は選べないですからね。
Sorry, Uni-chan. I'm tired of life. For 12 whole years, I've been living off nothing but the illusion that someone might come home someday. Just let me find peace out of it. Finding the truth of that tale. It's how I've chosen to mark the end of my life. For 12 years, I believed in a miracle. There was no miracle. I don't believe in miracles.
一なる真実の書。内心は私も興味津々でしたが、そんなあんたの人生のピリオド扱いじゃ大した真実は記されてなさそうですね。そうね。最初は経典同地の何かが記されているかもと期待したわ。
What, like, you know, it was magical Goda chef or something that did it?
でも今は何というか冷めてる。
You know, at some point in our 12 years of, like, existence but not existence, there had been a point where she heard the rumors that Goda did it. I want to believe that Angie has heard the rumor that maybe Goda killed everyone as magical Goda's chef. Like, I don't care if Angie, you know, believed it or not. I just want to know if Angie heard that theory. Or if she did. Like, it would be funny just to hear her initial thoughts on that. Whether she believes it or not, I don't really, like, mind. Because I feel like either way, the answer would be funny. Maybe not funny because, well, it is her family that died. But, I still want to know her thoughts on that one.
無価値なあんたが求める真実
Or just anyone being the culprit. Like, I kind of want to know Angie's individual thoughts on each of the theories.
それがあんたという無価値な人生のピリオドにふさわしいでしょう。
I mean, we've already gotten her thoughts on, you know, whether it was Ava that did it or her parents. Like, we do know her thoughts on that, but I do want to know, you know, if she had thoughts on anyone else being the culprit.
きっとそうなのよ。
Angie was already starting to realize something. regardless of Ava's reason for staying silent. The real events of that day probably weren't anything earth-shattering. Some sort of malfunction made the bomb in that secret underground base explode. Yes. It was just an accident. But the public already believed that some sort of conspiracy surrounded the events of that day, so that's what they expected. Ava was a suspect herself, so of course no one would believe her claim that nothing strange happened. Naturally, Angie didn't believe her either. In that case, shutting up like a clam would be better than the alternative. It was hardly surprising that Ava chose to say nothing.
今は達成感なんて全くない。よくわからない気だるい疲労感があるだけよ。真実の魔女は真実に耐える力があるからこそ真実の魔女なのです。同志エンジェ、あんたにはどうやらその力がないようですね。あったなら死のうなどと思わないのですから。そうね。
Yeah, poor Angie.
私は誰かが帰ってくるかもしれないという幻想に12年もすがった。私がベアトリーチェの猫箱に都合よく真実を隠して12年も真実を拒否していただけに過ぎない。一なる真実の書を読んだらあんたはどうなるんでしょうね。さあ、契約に従いベルンカステルがちょんと私の首でも鎌で買ってくれるんじゃない？あるいはまたひき肉かしら。
Probably the latter.
今度こそ塩と胡椒を練り込まれるわね。
At least they're making a decent meal out of you.
なるほど。だからひき肉なわけですね。何か言った？いいえ、何も。それよりおかわりはいかがです？ノーサンキュー。
Angie listlessly gazed down from the balcony with no handrail, down into the darkness of the abyss at the bottom of the bookshelf ravine. No, the gap between the bookshelf skyscrapers. From the beginning until the end of my journey, I haven't taken a single step away from this spot. This journey of mine, not even a single step long, will end soon.
あの底を流れてる光の行列は何？
I wonder if this very tall library is a metaphor for the street below Angie as she's falling. Because she's still falling off the building, apparently, from what we've been reading here. So I wonder if this library is just a representation of the buildings that are around her as she's falling down. And I wonder, as soon as she opens up the Book of the Single Truth, will she start falling down into the ravine? So basically, what are those lines of light flowing around at the bottom? Those could be cars below her as she's falling from the street below. I wonder if this is all a metaphor.
大アウローラ教のパーティーの客人たちの行列でしょ。
Aurora's having a party and she didn't invite us?
客人？
I wonder what kind of guests will go to Aurora's party.
元老院の大魔女たちや退屈から逃れる永遠の旅の途中の航海者たちへ
Oh shit.
数百年の眠りより目覚めた偉大なる大魔女たちから、未来世界を牛耳る魔女や魔女狩りの貴族たちまで。
I fucking swear, someone that looks like Rena shows up, I'm gonna lose my mind.
今夜は大きなパーティーが催されるようですよ。
Great witches from the Senate. Like, I know that Burncastle and Lambda Delta have been Voyager witches that have appeared in this story, but are we gonna see representations of these great witches? And are they gonna look like Higurashi characters? Oh, knowing Rikishi, he could do that, and it would be a very funny Easter egg for the last game.
お誕生パーティーでもするの？無限の魔女大ベアトリーチェ卿は辺境の魔女なれど、その優れた魔法体系により無限の物語を生み出す無限機関ベアトリーチェの猫箱を生み出した天才魔女だそうです。
It could be initiation.
私からすれば爪の甘い間抜け魔女なのですが、どうやら大魔女の世界ではちょいと知られた有名人のようで。ベアトリーチェの誕生会でもやるわけ？
I don't know if this is a birthday party per se.
我が主はベアトリーチェの腹渡でもつ鍋パーティーと言っています。
So first we are eating Angie and now we're eating Beatrice.
だってそうじゃないですか。一なる真実が存在しないから猫箱は無限の物語を生み続
What
け
kind
た
of
のです。
dish would you make with Beatrice? Like, what's the dish here? Because I know that Angie was basically a hamburger. But what would Beatrice be? Say your suggestions in the chat. What meal will you make out of Beatrice? Scott.
しかし今宵あんたの鍵によって一なる真実が明かされます。そしてそれは猫箱が開かれることを意味する。まさにベアトリーチェを生きたまま腹を引き裂いてその中身をぶちまけるのと同じことってわけです。そのもつ鍋パーティーにあの高速道路の渋滞みたいな大行列が。ベアトリーチェの有名さを驚くべきか、あの連中のゲスさにヘドが出るのが先か分かりかねるわ。
Chicken with potatoes? Alright. I kind of see, you know, that being what Beatrice would be if she was food. Golden ones, yes! Golden potatoes, yeah! Yep, golden potatoes. Ooh, if I were to make a dish out of Beatrice... Man, I was thinking something a bit refined, actually. Kind of like maybe a steak with, like, red wine? I don't know why, but that would be the meal I would make out of Beatrice. You know, a very, like, high-class steak, medium rare, cooking temperature with just, like, some red wine. Even though, technically, I can't drink alcohol anymore. So, I probably would just, like, you know, hand my wine to someone else, or just, like, you know, have it there as, like, a, you know, just for the Instagram photo or something, and then, like, you know, I won't even drink the wine, I might just, like, dump it down the sink. Because I just can't drink it.
あんたにとって一なる真実の書の中身は単なるピリオドに過ぎない。でも六軒島ミステリーを感激する者たちにとってはこれは見過ごせないイベントですから。
I wonder if we'd be considered one of those witches.
なるほど。あれはお兄ちゃんがゲーム版を食い破ってたヤギども
The goats.
行列というわけだもんね。
Bro can't drunk when it happens. I cannot get drunk. That might take me out of commission for 2 weeks apparently if I do get like drunk apparently. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be taken out of commission for 2 weeks. You can't drink for age, religious, or health reasons. If that's not too personal, health reasons. I'm of age to drink and I don't have any religious like you know, obligations to not drink. It's for health reasons. My doctor basically flat out said, hey, stop drinking. It's not great for you. Especially when you have a certain condition that I'm not going to say on stream. I'm still being tested, so I don't feel comfortable, like, you know, saying it on stream. But, yeah, I'm just being tested for something that, you know, basically says that I cannot have alcohol or I'll be, like, out of commission because of how my body's going to react to it. Angie's analogy was an accurate one. The crowd, far, far below them, was made up of nobles wearing beautiful outfits and goat masks. We're back to the goats. They were all so intent on tearing the guts out of Beatrice's cat box that they couldn't even hide the drool trickling from their mouths. There was gluttonous goat nobles, who derived pleasure from the violence of exposing the truth. We're in a line of cars heading towards the meeting place. Wait, are they driving or walking? I thought they were walking! So they're driving. Oh my god, the analogy of this world of books literally being like the buildings that Angie's, you know, falling down between is becoming a little bit obvious that this could be a metaphor for that.
猫箱もベアトリーチェもいよいよおしまいなのね。ベアトたちはゲーム版の最後の食い残し、黄金鏡に立てこもってます。バトラとベアトが門番を務め、第一陣を壊滅させたようですが、第二陣は防げません。我が主は籠城概念破壊の艦隊を与えられました。
Damn.
黄金鏡の城壁などもはや風前の灯火です。島に湧き出したヤギたちは島に惨劇を望む未来の妄言が具現化したもの。
Pretty much.
そうです。あのヤギたちはネットの海からいくらでも生まれてきます。第一陣など所詮はうぞうむぞう。第二陣は違います。無数のヤギたちの中から立てこもる全ての駒たち個人個人の否定に特化した再生営から編成しています。総兵力は10万。島に立てこもるほんの数十人を否定するために10万の否定を用意したのです。お兄ちゃんももうおしまいね。もう覚悟はされているのでしょう。後宮バトラは1986年に死んでいて、あの彼は猫箱が生み出した幻想であると。分かってる。
High level Discord mods. No! Valor and you have to fight the army of Discord mods! With this mean Rico's an admin? Regardless of whether he's my real brother or an illusion. I even lost my ancient voice, that's good. That was really good, Zartan. Regardless of whether he's who I like him to be or not. The battle who created this game board for my sake will die. Sorry, the Discord moderator, the Discord moderator, like, analogy for the goats is way too good. I don't even think I used the word analogy correctly, but it's such a good connection. No. I'm just going to accept the fact that he was already dead. So it's not like he's actually going to die. I'm sorry. I need to get another drink of Gatorade. Oh, oh fuck. Oh my god, she is a blue X user, obviously. Is that like a checkmark user, like a premium person on X, Twitter? I don't use Twitter anymore. I don't use Twitter anymore. I have a lot of comments. That's why I'm Blue Sky. I don't like Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky. Even though I just lurk Blue Sky, like I don't post on there often. Yeah, I can't think of anything witty to put on Blue Sky as like a tweet, so I don't really like message there too often. And I also don't want my account to be full of advertisements for streams because that'll look like a sellout. Oh wait, there's XP for chatting here? There is? Wait, people get XP? What? Oh, that may explain the numbers. Oh, there's like numbers behind the names. I thought it was like the frequency of what, you know, how many people talk in the chat. Oh, so wait, people are getting XP? I just thought it was based off a number of comments, not, you know, anything else. Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. Blue is like premium. Got it. Why is it called blue? I don't know the Twitter lore lingo anymore since I dropped it like a few years ago. Oh wow, can I see like a leaderboard of the chat people for EXP? What can we even do with this? Is it just how big of a fan we are? Huh. Wait, there's a goal. Wait, what? 10 super chats. Wait, is this related to super chats? No, wait, what? I don't understand the XP system of YouTube. Is this their way of like doing like Twitch subs? Even though they're not doing subs because subscribing is like very different on YouTube compared to Twitch? Yeah, I literally do not understand how YouTube's point system works. Do I get points for being the streamer? I do wonder, do I get points for being the streamer? Test. Do I get EXP for my own chat? Do I get EXP for my own chat? No, I don't get a number next to me. Maybe I don't type enough in my own YouTube chats. Just looked it up. It indicates who's been chatting the most. Got it. Okay, so it's exactly what I thought it was. I thought people were actually going to get points and like get awards somehow. Although wait, if it was like awards from YouTube, like would it be from YouTube themselves or the person that they are getting XP from for watching their streams? Huh. And who has sent more money to? Do people send me money through my streams? Wait, have I gotten money through my streams for like a super chat thing? I don't think that's ever happened. Or if it has, like I don't even notice. My apologies if anyone sent money to me during a stream and I just never thanked them because I have not ever seen that, so maybe no one's ever given me money so I don't have to worry about that, but if they have, I feel really bad now. But I don't think anyone has, like, I don't know if that's a thing that you could do on my channel or not because I don't know if I set it up. Or maybe I did and I never really thought much of it. I don't know, like it's just like a silly YouTube thing that they're doing to emulate Twitch. No, I'm just going to accept the fact that he was already dead. So it's not like he's actually going to die. Angie thought to herself. Shouldn't performing her brother's last rites be her responsibility? This was her final trial, which she had assigned to herself. All those people down on the game board were the personification of Angie's naivete. By denying the existence of all of them, wouldn't she finally be able to accept the truth? No, that's not right. I'm not being honest. I know myself. That was our Halloween party. It may have been an illusion. I got €1. Oh, thank you, Zartan. Okay, so I can definitely see when people send me stuff. Thank you for the euro. Thank you so much for the euro. Okay. Wow. Wow, okay. Thank you for helping me test that for a decaffeinated coffee. Yep. Thank you so much, Zartan. Okay, so that's how that works. Oh, man. I feel a little bit bad for having you send me €1 to test this. I feel really bad now. Thank you so much. I think that's the first time I ever got a donation. I think that's the first time I ever got a donation, actually. Thank you so much. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh man, where was I? No, that's not right. I'm not being honest, even with myself. That bizarre Halloween party may have been an illusion, but that didn't make it any less horrible. Oni-chan said it himself. True, that Halloween party may have been an illusion. Rose on his way to making bank. Hell yeah! Now the taxes will come get you. Oh no! Oh, it's already a pain in the ass when it comes to tax season for me since I do freelance work. I don't even want to think about taxes right now. Tax season's not started yet. That's in January. I have time to prepare myself mentally. However, he was trying to use that party to tell me something.
その第二陣は我が主より私が指揮官を務めるよう仰せつかっています。
Oh, out of the €1, YouTube said it took 0.17 of taxes, so you won't have much. Okay. So, if YouTube took 17 of that euro, that means I got a 0.83 euro. I get euro 0.83, I think, from that. I mean, that's still like something. That is still something. Not a lot, but it's something.
お任せを、エンジさん。あなた自らに手を汚させるほど、我が主は陰湿ではありません。
Yes, that might be kind of her. These are my lingering attachments we're talking about. I should be grateful to Birdmaster. She really were cruel. She would probably have ordered me to take charge of the second wave and execute my own family.
同志エンジ、あんたは真実の魔女なんですよね。そうよ。
Yes, Angie?
多分。じゃあ受け入れましょうよ。12年を経てようやく本当の一なる真実を。私はここでベルンカステルが封印を解き終えるのを気長に待つとするわ。
Those dots are saying a lot of words. Huh, that was very interesting. I don't know if that was an issue with the script itself or something. I'm not sure what happened there, but she said the whole line, even though it was just ... Maybe I was supposed to double click? That's so weird. I've not seen that before in this
パーティーの
game.
ゲストとしてあなたは呼び出されるでしょう。
So I can't tell if this was like a pre-programmed issue that was just in the game already, or if this was like a, you know, translation error making the script.
姿見はありますので、目やにでも撮ってたらどうです？
I mean, I've been starting to look into localization for my own game, so maybe that might be something I'll have to look into for like moments where in the original script there's like a ... before a line that is like spoken. Interesting. I mean, there's no voice acting in any of my games, so I don't have to worry about that issue in particular, but if I do localization for other games, that might be something interesting to look into, actually. I didn't know that bug existed. Sorry, dead brain went off. I was doing my developer brain there.
あんたこそ出陣前に無駄毛でも抜いてきなさいよ。
Although I have been proposing a stream idea where I look into the code of the games I play sometimes to understand what's going on in the games I play. And of course, if I'm allowed to, maybe sometimes do a little fun mod to the games. Like mod some of the visual novels I've already played, just see what I can do with them. It's just a fun stream idea I've toggled around with my head, but I need to know the legal, you know, requirements in order to do a stream like that, because I am altering something. Even though I do have ownership of the games that I play and stream, I don't know if I have, like, the right, technically, to, you know, alter them for, like, streaming purposes. Even though I'm not gonna sell the mods or alterations at all, like I'm not gonna sell them. That's just for the stream. I'm not gonna hand out anything unless I'm, you know, explicitly told that I'm allowed to. There is more statues. Are they gonna acknowledge the statues? It floated there in the empty air. The door to the Golden Land. At its base, there was nothing except some floor tiling, about as thick as a rug, so it was fairly hard to imagine that this was Kinzo's study. Last rest weekend before the conference rush. Happy to have a little bit of Umineko. Hell yeah. Good luck with your conferences, Zartant. Good luck with the conferences. My conference rush is not until February this time. Mainly because I'm going to be going to a few conventions to promote my studio's upcoming game. The game's not going to be releasing for another, like, year from now, so I'm not, you know, too stressed about it, but we are beginning the advertisements in early 2026, leading up to the Game Developers Conference. But yeah, no, I get a little bit of rest from conferences myself, so, yeah, no, I wish you the best of luck, Sartant. By this point, all of the game board except the Golden Land had been eaten away, leaving only this door floating in a sea of nothingness. There were two shapes in front of that door. Okay, now they're, you know, acknowledging the statues. Oh! Okay, I love seeing the two of them. I love seeing Battler and Beato. But I want to know more context behind these damn statues. They were Battler and Beato. They may not have been literally covered with wounds, but they definitely seemed to be dead tired. Battler, leaning against the door, seemed to have finally caught his breath. Beato was also sitting against the door, letting her legs dangle gracelessly. Could the battle against that force really be called a battle? It was more like a mere pushing contest on the increasingly small bit of ground that remained. They had wanted to protect at least Kinzo's study no matter what. And the only fruit of their desperate struggle was the thin bit of flooring that they were sitting on now. I have to do a presentation to explain my favorite English, not my native language, in front of a dozen, perhaps hundreds of strangers in another country too. Damn. Damn, that... Yeah, no, I fully support you, man. I wish you the best of luck with this. Damn. I do have to say, though, I would still like to read your paper when it's publicly available, because I do find what you research to be very interesting. I would like to read your paper when it's available. Especially now that you're saying that it's being presented, like, that's really cool. Like, congratulations on your presentation. Those goats fell into the abyss whenever they had nowhere to stand. So now, with so much of the floor gone, there was no way for them to attack anymore. If Battler thought this, his naive hopes were quickly crushed. The goats were probably...
増援を集め、今度こそ一度に押し潰そうという。
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah! I'm definitely down to read it after the stream. Like, I might start reading it after the stream today, and you know, I probably won't get it done all in one go, but I definitely would start reading it tonight. Oh wow! And again, congratulations. Oh, pirate ships with cats on the flags? Oh wait, is this where the pirate ships came from the opening? Like the pirate ships I freaked out about when I first saw them? Are these those pirate ships? Stretching across the ocean horizon that surrounded the door at their backs was an encirclement of countless large sailing ships. Oh my god! Finally the pirate ships are here! I forgot about them! Until I started, like, you know, thinking about it, I'm like, wait a second. I think I saw the pirate ships before. That's from the opening. We're finally showing the pirate ships. As they could clearly see, the decks of those ships were packed with goats. with some of the more foolish and overeager ones spilling over the edges into the emptiness below. Oh, man. Okay, when it said that they were traveling in cars earlier... Oh, no, that's the one going to the party. These are the ones attacking the Golden Land. Oh, my God.
すげえな。俺もお前のゲームで随分とおかしな経験をいろいろしてきたが、海賊船に包囲されるってのは初めての経験だぜ。
You see, the truth behind the Rokujima massacre. It was pirates.
おそらく黄金鏡の境を打ち破る力を持つのだろう。
God, you can see the dread on their faces.
あの大砲もハッタリではあるまい。あれでこの扉をぶち抜いて一挙になだれ込もうというに違いあるまい。
Along the sides of each ship were several open gun ports, each with a cannon pointing at the door. Ooh. Alright, I'm definitely bookmarking this on my desktop. Wow. Evaluation of machine learning, intrusive detector systems, resiliency to network traffic evolution. Damn. Yep. I am definitely going to be reading this after the stream. Wow. There might be some terms I'm going to have to look up because I might not understand all the terms in this, but I am really excited to read this after I'm done streaming. Thank you so much, Sartan. There was no point trying to imagine what would happen next. Fowler and Beato grimaced and hung their heads.
あの大砲を前に黄金鏡の境はどの程度持ちこたえる？
わからぬ。ただあれだけの数を揃えているのにまだ援軍を待つということはおそらくそうやすやすと破れはしないのだろう。
確かに降伏勧告もしないで攻撃の手を休める理由はそれしか考えられねえな。
奴らが与えるこの時間が我らに有利に生かせれば良いのだがな。
劣勢な側にとって時間はいつだって味方さ。何かの奇跡を期待できるからな。
あるいはさらなる絶望を知ることにもなろうか。
At that moment, something small and hard hit Balor in the forehead. A tiny cannonball.
いてなんだこりゃ。コンペイト？
Compito? Compito? Oh, I have a feeling this could be related to Lambda Delta somehow. Okay, so I knew it was something to do with Lambda Delta. What is Compito? Hold on. They probably talked about this before, but I forgot. Compito. Compito. Sugar candy? Wait, what? Wait, Compito. It's a type of Japanese sugar candy. It takes the form of a small spear with a bumpy surface and comes in a variety of colors and flavors. Introduced from Portugal as a sugar-coated confection with a poppy seed or sesame seed center, Compito was eventually transformed into an all-sugar confection with Zarame coarse sugar center. Interesting. Compito. Huh. They kind of look like plastic. I'm not gonna lie, these look like plastic pieces. I don't think I've ever seen these before. I don't think I've ever seen these. What? I wonder if it's good. I wonder if these are good. I think the next time I visit Japan, I might try out Compito. To be honest, it is barely a decent work and important introduction of the subject. It is an outlook on a problem with intrusion detector, which some tests and proposal won't rumble further now. If you have any questions that come up, please feel free to contact me. Will do. Will do. I mean, since I'm someone that's not really in, like, the machine learning space, like, I don't know too much about this as well as, like, cybersecurity, so, like, this fascinates me from someone who does, like, you know, doesn't really study that. Like, I'm mainly within, like, video games, and I've been getting more into, like, the hardware behind games. However, at the same time, like, I do find, like, you know, things like the software end and machine learning to be super interesting. I'm still considering a master's right now within game development, so yeah, I may be working on some more papers in the future myself if I go through with going into a master's program. It's something that I've been like thinking about in my head after graduating. Because yeah, I got my undergraduate a little bit ago.
わかったわよ。ベルンたちの居場所が。
Japanese sweet treats all looks like plastic to me. Just made a fondant au chocolate at home. Ooh. Oh, that sounds nice. I don't get a lot of sweets, but I do like the look of sweets. Like, I don't like the taste for some reason, but I like the way, like, a lot of sweets look. The candy was Lambda Delta's transformed body. Wait, she could transform into Competo? Huh? She was the only one of their allies capable of crossing the Sea of Fragments.
Oh! さすがはダイラムダデルタ卿
Oh man, I kind of want to see Lambda Delta's Competo form.
ここじゃ奴らに姿を見られるわ。中で話をしましょう。一筋縄じゃいかないことになってるわ。
Is she higher pitch in the candy form?
わかった。誰かいるか。
Imagine Boo from Dragon Ball. I've been trying to catch up a bit on the Dragon Ball lore because I don't know a lot about Dragon Ball, but I've been trying to keep up by like watching like videos on YouTube of it. I probably should just read the manga or watch the anime. It's just that I'm lazy and I just see a YouTube video on YouTube about Dragon Ball characters, so I just watch a lore video. So I got that reference because I saw a lore video recently that mentioned Majin Buu. When Battler knocked on the door, it opened, and Shannon and Cannon came into view.
はい、お呼びですか。
すまぬが見張りを頼むお任せを
奴らが攻撃を開始したら戦う必要はない。すぐに黄金鏡に逃げ込め。扉を閉めなくていい。
Wouldn't closing the door give you guys a little bit more time? They're probably gonna shoot
し
through
か
it
し
though.
それでは。
奴らは扉なんか無視して、直接黄金鏡をぶっ壊す気だ。ここで仁王立ちしてたって、もう何も防ぐことはできやしない。
Oh, it would be a choke point actually, yeah.
わかりました。
Yeah, doing it right at the entrance would probably be a choke point in this battle against the goats. Yeah, because if they destroy this area, then it's just the goal land. You can just never leave.
ここは僕たちに任せて中で対策を
But how would you counterattack this?
しばらく頼むぞ
Because, yeah, with Angie's situation in itself, there's not really anything you can do to stop what's about to happen. Like, either way, Angie's gonna die. You're just prolonging Angie's death. Like, she's still falling down the building. Like, once she opens up that book and reads what happened to her family, time's gonna resume for her, basically, and she's gonna die. Like, I feel like they're just delaying the inevitable here. Battler and Beato traded places with Shannon and Cannon and returned to the Gold Land. Like, I do hope that there's some sort of happy conclusion to Angie before she passes. At the same time, though, like, damn, I kind of do wonder how exactly can everyone in the Gold Land get out of this one. Because I'm starting to think that they might not. Like, maybe they'll live on in the remaining memories of Angie before she dies, but god, this is gonna have a very macabre ending from where I'm seeing this going. Like, the ending is gonna be very, very macabre. Like, I'm not saying that it's gonna be a bad ending, although I don't see any happy outcome for the people in the Golden Land or Angie, outside of like a metaphorical happy ending for them all. Damn, poor Angie. Damn. Yeah, this ending's gonna be depressing, but at the same time, it's still really great. Like, the way they present the story, especially with like the ending of Angie Oshuamiya's life, like, this is really amazing. At the same time, though, it's fucking tragic. And it's raining in the Golden Land. Has it ever done that before? Oh, no, it does. Yeah, no, it rains in the Golden Land. I guess I've never seen the rain that strong in the Golden Land, or I've not just seen rain in it in a long time. A gentle rain poured down over the Golden Land's rose garden. What are you talking about? You don't believe in magic. Good point. Good point. There could be a magical conclusion that saves Angie. Good point. I am not seeing the love in the story. I am not seeing it. I mean, with magic, they could find a solution, and I wonder if Land of Delta is going to bring them to one. A magical solution to get out of this tragic predicament. That is a really, really good point, actually. I should have thought more magic. I think the Eureka Fruto effect has just hit my brain, and I can only think of the one and only answer in realism. Like, the anti-magic toxin has invaded me. The weather here reflected the hearts of those inside it. The quietly falling raindrops spoke for the pain felt by those who could do nothing but hide here, waiting for the enemy's final assault. When they returned to the arbor, that piece of competo flew out of Balor's pocket, jumped onto the table, and returned to its original form. Did you enjoy being Candy?
まさか魔女にもなってこんなハラハラした目に遭うなんて夢にも思わなかったわ。
She's just excited to be in this situation. In your mind right now. Good. Yes, I just hear Rika Furuto speaking in my brain right now. Very good. She's like duct taping the parts that, are trying, leak out with, like, magic. Like, she's taping up my brain so that, the anti-magic toxins don't leak out. Damn. He means business.
エンジやベールンカステルたちは一体どこに？
図書の都よ。
I was not expecting that face for that response.
聞いたことがあります。海を渡る偉大なる魔女たちが集めたさまざまなかけらを書物に記し保管した地があると。
尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女により厳選されし名誉ある図書の都で
Of
す。
course, Renobe remembers the full name.
大アウローラ教は図書の都の主だ。
Oh yeah, the music here is a vibe.
なるほど。妥当な場所であるな。しかし、さすがはラムダデルタ教ね。無数に想定された隠れ家からこんなにも早く居場所を突き止められるなんて。
それがね、簡単に分かっちゃったわ。
Yeah, I mean, they just got a book. Like, Angie just got a book from the chapel. So once she's done reading it, Berncastle's gonna look at it, scoff and maybe do a little chuckle, and then just shelf the book.
分かるも何も向こうで大々的に宣伝をしているわ。無限の魔女大ベアトリーチェ教の猫箱の秘密大公開パーティーってね。
Damn.
なるほどな。奴らがまだ攻めてこぬ理由は援軍待ちではなくパーティーの式次第のせいらしいぞ。
そのパーティーとやらでエンジの鍵を使って 一なる真実の書を公開するということなのか。
そういうことね。アウローラは久しぶりのイベントなんで、各界から賓客を集めて大パーティーを催してるわ。一なる真実の書はそのパーティーの最後の目玉になるでしょうね。
エンジェと鍵を取り戻すチャンスはまだあるってことか。
I think your time's gonna be super limited, so you gotta work fast.
時間的猶予という意味ではね。ただとてもシンプルかつ当然な問題が。
なんだ。
図書の都は元老院の管理下にある聖域よ。神聖な結界が張られている。元老院の魔女以外は踏み入ることさえできない。
Which would mean only Lamp Delta, correct?
パーティーの招待客には元老院に席を持たぬ者もいるので。
ええ、いるわ。そういう連中には特別に聖域に踏み入ることを許可する招待状が与えられてるみたい。
招待状。
これは面白くなってきましたな。
と私も思ったわよ。ところがこの招待状、遅刻厳禁でパーティー開始時刻までに入場受付をしてないと自動的に効果を失う優れもの。そしてお気の毒なことについさっきパーティーが始まっちゃったわ。
つまり遅刻した来客の誰かから招待状を奪うという手はもう
I
手遅れ
think
ている。
there might be some party crashing that needs to happen.
そういうこと。
Yeah, Lamp Delta herself seems annoyed with this.
でどうすんのこれから。
Oh wait, I thought she was gonna suggest something.
誰かポップコーンもらえる？今度はキャンディーフレーバーがいいわ。
門外漢で恐縮だが、もはやお手上げに思えるね。
Kloss? Kloss, what are you about to suggest? Are you about to suggest we move to another location? And please tell me that location is going to be your favorite tourism spot?
私たちはもうおしまいなのですね。
Not yet, Natsui. Your husband's about to suggest a really good plan. A very great plan. You will be glad he invested in it.
ここで座ったまま奴らが襲ってくるまで待ってるしかないの。
Kloss negotiate. Why negotiate when you could get in the rocket already and fly away from the problem?
何かできることがあるはずだわ。
そうね。私たちにできることは一つだけあるわ。
Kloss versus Aurora box match. Box match? Yes! I would love to see the two box. Kloss is probably fucked if he goes against Aurora, but at the very least, I would love to see him like one more time use his boxing skills.
それは
1分1秒でも悪あがきして奇跡を待つことや。
奇跡。
つまりこいつはアラモの砦ってわけさ。
Damn. Okay, definitely you could see Rudolph's liking of Western movies right there. I was not expecting an Alamo reference.
私たちに幸福はない。できるのは1分1秒でも持ちこたえて奇跡が起こるのを待つことだけで。
ウリュウ、
Saktaro is not happy.
奇跡って何？
Burn Castle descends saying, hey, I may be the person attacking you all, but I'm gonna grant you with a miracle here.
エンジェが何かの理由で気が変わってここへ戻ってくる可能性が何百万分の1の確率であるかもしれない。
That is a good point, but wouldn't she? Because if she were to go back to everyone, that'll mean she's gonna, reject trying to find out the truth. But what would be the purpose of doing that?
そのような極小の確率の末ならば、それは確かに奇跡と呼べるであろうな。
And knowing Kenzo, he's a gambler, so he wants to take this gamble.
私たちはエンジェさんの帰りを待つためにここにいるんです。
ええ。エンジェさんの帰る場所は私たちのいるここだけなんです。だから私たちは最後の1秒までここを守って彼女の帰りを待たなければならないんです。
Man, poor Goda. Like, he didn't sign up for this when he got this job.
留守をお預かりすることこそ使用人の役目。
But I must applaud him for his loyalty.
こうとなればこの号だ。もう覚悟は決まっております。
He is terrified, though. You can tell from his line alone. Like, the fact that he's stuttering. He's scared shitless, but he's ready to stand his ground.
バトラ様、我ら一同すでに覚悟は決まっております。
シエスタ姉妹この得体一同、盟約に基づき最後まで大ベアトリーチェ教とご一緒するであります。
Hell yeah.
45、問題ありません。最後まで戦います。ようやく似合いの死に場所を見つけたに。410、問題ないに。
I am not ready for character deaths if there's going to be character deaths here.
煉獄の7姉妹、最後までベアトリーチェ様とバトラ様のおそばに。
I'm expecting character deaths. I'm not going to be ready for this because these are probably going to be the last character deaths that we're ever going to see. The 6 younger sisters also showed their resolve with their eyes.
アイゼルネイ・ヨングフラウ、最後までお供します。
This is some JRPG final boss scene. Hell yeah. Everyone's together. They're all ready to fight the big bad boss.
元 SSVD もいいぜ。付き合ってやな。
そしてあなたもどうか私たちに力を。
私？
Ooh.
だよ。偵察してきてあげたじゃない。それで私は十分協力をしてあげたつもりだけど。
You know, I do want to see Lambda Delta's fighting style. I do want to see this.
あなたはエンジェちゃんが図書の都の中にいるのをどうやって確認したんですか？
もちろんこの目でよ。私、自分の目で見たものしか信用しないたちなの。
ということは、あなたは聖域である図書の都に入る資格を持っているということですね。
そうと。大ラムダデルタ教は元老院の大魔女であらせられるぞ。
So, is Lambda Delta going to get involved?
ラムダデルタ。
何よ、あんたたち。まさか私にもう一働きしろって言ってんじゃないわよね。
You know, it's quotes like these where I like to entertain the theory that Lambda Delta is a personification of Satoko in the witch form. Kind of like how Burn Castle is a personification of Rika in a witch form. Now, I'm not going to say that, Lambda Delta is supposed to be Satoko or anything. I still, kind of, see the connections between Takano and Lambda Delta because Mio, Lambda Delta, they both mean 34 in Japanese and Greek. However, it's just things like this that remind me of Satoko.
これは思わぬ出番だね。
Hopefully I did not open up a huge can of worms right there by bringing up the whole Lambda Delta Satoko connection.
図書の都に入ることができるのはラムダデルタ教ただ一人。
という こと、これはまさにラムダデルタ教のための見せ場ということじゃない。
The spotlight's on you now. You see, the audience has a spotlight on them. In this case, the Delta is like Pippin. If anyone knows that reference, I don't know if anyone knows Pippin.
バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。あんたたち正気？
I'm not even a theater kid. That's like one of the very few plays or musicals that I know of, Pippin. I don't know many others. Like, I know Beauty and the Beast is one, but I can't think of anything else for like theater or plays. Like, I've been seeing stuff online for like a Unabomber musical that's being made. Like, I know that's the thing, but also at the same time, I don't know if that's like an official show yet, or it's like a show pitch that, you know, everyone's talking about because it's about the Unabomber.
私がたった一人であそこへもう一度侵入してエンジェを連れ戻してこいっての？
There's several dozen people surrounding Lambda Delta, all not in unison. Oh, they're gonna have to convince her.
バカも休み休みお言いなさいよね。エンジェを助け出すってことは大アウローラのパーティーをぶっ壊せってことよ。私に世界を敵に回せってこと？私に見返りはないわ。あるわけない。
You'll get our appreciation if you do this, Lambda Delta.
あんたたちに用意できるどんな見返りだって大アウローラとその愉快な友人の化け物たちを敵に回すことと割が合うわけなんてない。
What about the Shiamiya family's gratitude?
大アウローラと大ベルンカステルの目論見を台無しにしエンジェちゃんを連れ戻しみんなで和解するというハッピーエンドが見られます。
How does this benefit Lambda Delta?
どうであるかラムダデルタ教。これほどのスリル他にはないぞ。それほどの大事を成し遂げればそなたも病を1000年は忘れることができるのではないか。
Before we hear Lambda Delta's answer, I'm gonna do a quick restroom break, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Alright. Also, there's something else I need to check after stream. My roommate just sent me a video of... Oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking about this, but I'm losing my mind. Apparently... I'm not playing the song right now because that's copyrighted. Apparently there's someone on the internet that is claiming that there's a song named Skibbity and apparently they got Jackie Chan to sing it. A song that has Skibbity in it. I have no clue if this is true or not. I'm gonna have to look into this after stream, but that's what my roommate literally sent me, and that's what I saw when I was on my restroom break. I was just looking at my phone, I'm like, there's no way this is true, because he was like messaging me about it. I don't know if I should say in the chat if they could confirm or deny that whole Jackie Chan was singing a song that said Skibbity in it, but if it is true, then I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. Yeah, this is a roommate of mine that was obsessed with Skibbity Toilet. Yeah, he was obsessed with Skibbity Toilet. Like, one night he just called me out at, like, I think it was, like, midnight. And he started showing me Skibbity Toilet. So I have seen Skibbity Toilet because my roommate made me watch it. Can't believe I admitted that I've seen Skibbity Toilet on stream.
頼む、ラムダデルタ。俺たちに力を貸してくれ。
Please, please, we're begging you. Help us save Angie. Everyone surrounded Lando Delta, asking for our help.
どうか頼む、ラムダデルタ卿。
Damn, didn't get the natural brain rot on your For You page like me. That's the funny thing. I don't get a lot of brain rot stuff on my pages actually on social media, like my YouTube Shorts feed and my Instagram Reels feed, as well as like my TikTok feed, even though I barely go on TikTok. I don't get a lot of brain rot content. It is so surprising because everyone talks about this brain rot content that everyone's getting, but I never receive brain rot stuff for some reason. Where's the question from? There we go. Yeah, no, it was an at everyone on the Discord server. I was like, where is this at everyone? I mean, where is this tag coming from? But yeah, no, going back to what I was saying. I don't get brain rot content most of the time actually on my feed. Maybe people talking about brain rot, but I don't get the direct brain rot sources or the, you know, iterations of brain rot memes. Like, it's so weird. I never get them. I just get a lot of, like, DIY videos. Like, you know, how to fix, like, the plumbing in your house or, you know, fix, like, the engine of your car. That's the videos I get on my For You page. Sorry, I did not mean to click the button. But yeah, I get a lot of, like, instructional DIY videos. And they're all from, like, legitimate contractors. Like, they're literally just showing them, you know, doing DIY projects on either their own homes or from the people that they're getting paid to, you know, fix their stuff through. It is such a weird For You page. Once you get in the brain rot algorithm, you can't get out. Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna seek brain rot content, because I like my, you know, DIY, like, you know, feed. You are safe for now. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna get a bunch of brain rot stuff, and I'm probably gonna just have to just, like, completely nuke my history just to get back to the content that I was originally getting, which is the DIY content. Or just block a bunch of, brain rot accounts. I mean, whenever I see one of those, like, YouTube videos where it has, like, an AI voice, like, you know, explain a movie while they're showing clips from that movie, I always block those accounts because that's not even making a video at that point. It's literally just taking a Wikipedia page, feeding it through ChatGPT, and then have ChatGPT read it out for you, or like some AI voice. Like, I don't want to watch that. Like, if I want to watch those movies, just give me the name, just give me a short description of what it is, and if I'm interested, I'll watch it. Yeah. What those AI movie, like, recaps counts as brain rot? I don't know. And I also actively, like, you know, block those accounts, so I don't know if that's affecting my feed or not. Also, I don't think YouTube's trying to encourage that sort of content, since I think they changed their policy on AI-generated videos where you won't get monetization if they track that, like, more than 70% of your video was made with AI. I don't know if it's 70% or 30%, but there's a percentage of AI usage you can use in your videos before YouTube just completely, like, you know, removes your monetization for AI use. And I'm all in support of that because, come on, make your own videos if you want to make money out of it.
そいつを最前列で見せてやるから。だから力を貸してくれ。
うるさい。黙れっつってんです。
Oh no. Is it Lambda Delta crash out moment? Lambda Delta leapt to her feet and crushed the cup of popcorn in her hands. Oh, she angry. Sweet candy flavored popcorn flew all over the place, hitting everyone in the face. It might have looked funny. However, no one laughed. Lambda Delta's face was filled with a rage that none of them had seen before.
勘違いしないでくれる？私は観客よ、観客！ベアトに招かれてそのゲームを見物に来ただけの客人よ。その私がなんであんたたちのために命までかけなきゃなんないわけ？返事が帰ってきたらハッピーエンド？バカじゃない？怒り狂ったベルンとその軍勢が一気になだれ込んできてブチッと潰されておしまいじゃない。私がここにいる理由はたった一つよ。それは面白い物語が見られるとそこのリオンに単価を切られたから。そして私はもうじき最高に面白い物語が見られることを信じて疑わないわ。それは排水の陣でベルンの軍勢と戦って一人また一人と散っていく悲しい悲しい物語。全員に散り際の見せ場がありそうだもんね。それを間近でもうじき感激できるのよ。
Damn.
あんたたちはもうじきみんな死ぬの。
You know, if Keiichi Maibara was here, he would be able to suavely end the Delta and be like, you know what? With the power of friendship with these people I just met, I'm going to support them. But none of them have Keiichi Maibara suave. Maybe I should not describe it as suave. Maybe confidence. Maybe confidence is a better word. Time for the senator to take a nap.
でも私は違う。私は観客よ、客人よ。あんたも一緒に死んでくれなんて言われる筋合いはこれっぽっちもないんだから。
As someone who has not seen any Umineko before this, why is the lolly the one people need help from? She is a very powerful witch that could potentially help them get Battler's little sister back in order to, you know, prevent her from knowing the truth of what happened on the island and for her to see the events that happened on Rokujima as something a bit more open-ended so that, you know, there's a little bit more magic of maybe someone could have survived. Once she reads the truth of what happened through the Book of the Single Truth, everything will, yeah, pretty much be revealed that, yeah, this is how your family ended up. This is quite a way to start Umineko, by the way. This is quite an introduction. Like, it's literally one of the last chapters. There's like 200 hours of context that is needed for this point, which is the funniest part. So, yeah, sorry, Tarians. It's really hard to explain. We may do a group stream at some point of Umineko so I can introduce everyone to it. Oh. Wait, did she turn into a piece of candy? No one was able to say a word. Yep, magic. That is the one word you need to know. This character who is the lolly, she's magical. I don't know how. Like, Lambda Delta is like, yeah, pretty much a lolly if I think about it, yeah. I just never use that word. I never use that word. In the still silence, where there was no sound except of that of the rain. Even Lambda Delta finally hung her head in dismay. Do people still commonly use lolly? Like, it's been a term that, yes, was definitely something that, you know, was very prominent, like, 5 years ago, but, is it still, like, well used, or is this just, like, something that's in our subconscious minds? Maybe I'm just not been around anime circles long enough. Like, maybe it's just, like, you know, a term that's said every day, but I don't think I've seen or heard the word lolly, like, maybe, like, 2 or 3 times this year, but I don't see it often.
ごめんね。
Oh?
私ってば最高にかっこ悪いわ。
Oh no, she's sad.
そうよね。ここで私が任せておきなさいって胸を叩いたら、 私の人気はうなぎ登りで次の人気投票はトップ3くらいに入っちゃうかもね。でもね、私はあんたたちと違って物語の登場人物じゃないのよ。死ねないのよ。あんたたちが深夜にクライマックスはこれからだとか意気込んでるけど、私も明日月曜で学校で日直で朝は起床が早いわけよ。住んでる世界が違うの。だからさ、私をさ
Lambda Delta staggered, as though dizzy, then plopped down into a chair. Oh, she wants to help them, but she knows that there's only, there's only bad things that will come for her if she helps. But she does want to help. Like, I'm getting that sensation here. Like, she crashed out right there because she wants, break everyone's hearts and, be able to, walk away from that. Trying, trying to disengage herself from the family so that she could spectate and not get in trouble. But at the same time, though, she wants to help. What Lambda Delta said back there, she didn't fully mean it. Then, she became expressionless like a doll, just staring at a single point in space silently. In anime, you never know if a character is 10 or 1000, so you just use the word lolly. Yeah. 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 I definitely remembered that whenever I was watching anime in high school. Like, most time when I see a younger character, I'm like, okay, is this a 10-year-old or is this a 1,000-year-old? Either way, that looks like a fucking child. Like, that's what my thought process was in high school whenever I saw a character like that. Because I'm like, look, they look like a child, they're a child. I don't care what their age is listed in the show. If they just look like they're a child, I'm just gonna say, yeah, no, that's a fucking child. There's so many anime I've dropped. I think that's part of the reason why I got disengaged from anime, because it got too weird and creepy at times for a lot of the shows that are out there. Battler softly apologized. There are still good shows out there. Like, don't get me wrong. There are still good shows out there. It's just that I just don't like a lot of anime because of that shit. I say this while I'm playing an anime game, basically. However, Lambda Delta remained expressionless.
俺たちにできることも尽くさないのに。あんたにだけ何かを失うように強いるのはフェアじゃない。俺たちはここで戦い、最後の1秒までここを守る。エンジェが一なる真実よりも俺たちを選び、帰ってきてくれるかもしれない奇跡を信じて。
I wonder if this is going to be the player choice. Do you choose between the Shinomiya family or the truth? Oh, this is going to be a rough one.
それも尽くさないのに、あんたに俺たちと一緒に命を捨ててくれなんて頼めるわけもない。
Battler rose from his seat and span around.
バトラー、
見張りの2人と交代してくれ。俺が奴らと戦う時の先人でありたい。
Respectable for the leader of everyone.
それが今すぐ俺がラムダデルタに見せられる俺の決意だ。
Okay, I'm calling it now. Lambda Delta's gonna help them. Like, she's gonna see everyone struggle, and she can't bring herself to, just watch. I'm just gonna say Lambda Delta's gonna help. She's gonna pretend that she's just gonna watch, but she's gonna help in the end. Though I don't look forward to seeing what will happen to her as soon as she starts helping, because I know something bad's gonna happen. Especially from the way that she's acting. She knows that if she helps, something bad will happen, and I know that she's probably gonna help, because you could definitely tell from her crash out as well as her apology. She's gonna help. She wants to be the main character so bad. Oh, yeah. I bet you as soon as she has a main character moment, she's just gonna get fucked. Like, she's gonna get screwed and, like, probably killed. And it's probably gonna be a permadeath, too. Because Lambda Delta is not just a character in a tale. She's her own entity, a witch. So she tries helping them and gets killed. I think that's her permadeath. Are they gonna have a permadeath of this character, actually? Like, are they gonna permanently kill Lambda Delta? Oh, that's interesting if they're gonna go with that. Like, I don't see that as an impossibility. Like, I don't see that as, like, something that won't happen. Although, how does witch death work? Like, do they just die forever but come back later? Do they get sent into you know, where Erika Furuta was sent? Like, the endless death of oblivion? Like, I wonder what would happen to Lambda Delta if she does help.
わらわも行くぞ。お師匠様はラムダデルタ卿に新しいポップコーンを頼む。デアト。
Oh, I'm really curious now to see what happens.
演者は必ず帰る。
I'm so curious.
信じねば実る奇跡も実らぬというもの。くじを買わねば当たることもないのだからな。
Aito also stood up and follower battler.
みんな戦いに備え何かの準備をしよう。
賛成だぜ。ここでうつむいてだってバカバカしいぜ。
Indeed.
そうだな。
Rudolph is just ready with a shotgun.
最後くらい景気よく行こうぜ。
エンジェちゃんの帰る場所を守らなくちゃ。
私たちも作戦会議が必要です。
そうだな。家具に武具に悪魔に異端審問官だ。このちぐはぐ連合軍でうまく連携を取らなきゃな。
Oh, I really will love to see their battle formations when they fight the goats. That's gonna be so cool to read.
さあ妹たち、休憩の時間は終わりよ。シエスタ対起立。
The humans and illusions all rose to their feet and left the arbor. Afterwards, only Lambda Delta remained, still staring blankly at a point in empty space. Oh, Lambda? Oh, we're back in the Sia books. Oh?
いい香りの紅茶ね。
Okay, I thought the gold butterflies implied that Beatrice somehow just showed up. So I thought that was just gonna be Beatrice just showing up. I'm like, what the fuck?
インスタント？それともティーバッグかしら？
おや、同志エヴァもいかがです？
Okay, so that was Ava. Oh, wait, gold butterfly is Ava. Oh my god, how did I not catch on to her face? I think I'm really about to start getting sick because I am not even recognizing, like, you know, characters' voices that they're talking. For some reason, I thought that was Erika talking for some reason. I don't know how I thought that.
カップはないのでロートになりますが。
A gold butterfly drifted onto the balcony and turned into Ava.
ベルンカステルの様子はどう？一なる真実の書の封印を解くのにまだだいぶかかるのかしら。
それを伝えに来たのよ。
Is it almost done?
封印が解けたそうよ。
Oh shit, it's done. It's been done.
おめでとうございます。いよいよですね。
Oh shit. Are we gonna have a cliffhanger right here?
あなたの人生のピリオド。鍵を持ってベルンカステル教のところへお行きなさいな。
Oh shit.
使い魔の猫が案内してくれるわ。
Two emerald sparkles flew in. They were the green, glinting eyes of a black cat. The cat flicked its tail elegant, with the dignity of a high-class attendant.
わかったわ。じゃあ、ちょっと行ってくるわ。
Wait, hold on. Is she gonna read it in front of the two of them, or is she gonna immediately read it and disappear? Since she said I'll be back in a bit, I think she wants to do it in front of them. Angie rose from her seat. She did it casually, as though she really was just heading out for a short trip. However, her lips would probably never touch her half-finished cup of tea again. Yep, okay. Maybe she won't be coming back. Damn.
短い間でしたが楽しかったです。同族嫌悪って感情を知ることができる貴重な時間でした。私こそ。
Do you think what happened in episode 7 is the truth? I mean, Burnt Castle did present it as though it was, like, the truth. However, I mean, the full truth is going to be written in Ava's diary. However, yeah, Burnt Castle's truth in episode 7. Ooh. I mean, it makes sense to me if that was the truth. Like, it will make sense. Like, like everything that happened in episode 7 kind of made sense for me. But, I want to say no, actually. I want to say no, because I like the idea of it being an interpretation of what could have happened if her parents killed everyone, instead of it being the exact truth of what truly happened on Rokunjima. Like, that's where my mind is right now as I'm reading this chapter. Like, that could be a truth, but to a degree. This chapter is encouraging everyone to come up with their own truths, or leaving it open to maybe multiple things could be the truth. I don't know, like, maybe my answer's a bit vague right now. Like, I may have a changed answer by the end of this game. Like, I might be like, yeah, episode 7 is the truth. But I want to be open-minded, personally. That's why I say no to episode 7 being the truth. Although, for that being the truth, like, I do see, like, some merit in believing that is the truth. I guess I'm giving a non-answer here, to be honest.
次に会えたらどうやったらこんなにまずく紅茶が入れられるのかぜひ秘密を教えてほしいわ。嬉しい？
Oh.
私が12年間ずっと隠して意地悪してきた秘密がいよいよ知れて。
I don't think Manji's gonna be happy with this one.
嬉しいわ。
Oh. But are you?
今ならエリカの気持ちがわかるわ。
It was a good response. I mean, I don't feel like it was a good response at all from my end, because I'm like, I didn't really answer the question. I just answered of, I'm open to other possibilities of the truth. Oh man, like once I'm done reading Umineko, I'm gonna go ahead and say what I believe the truth of the Rokunjima massacre is. Like maybe make my own fan theory. Like that could be a video in itself where I make my own fan theory of what happened on Rokunjima. But it will only be another message bottle in the sea of fragments, basically.
あんたが死ぬまで守った秘密を暴けて、あんたに一矢報いてやったって気持ちになるもの。
Because either way, I don't think I'm ever going to believe in a single truth of what happened in Umineko. Unless, like, they flat out tell me a single truth in this final chapter. Like, they don't tell us a final, like, singular truth because a part of me feels like they're not going to fully say it. Like, I believe it's, like, up to the eye of the beholder. Like, you know, how much love you put into the story truly shows like what you believe happened in Rokonjima in those nights in 1986.
それは気持ちのいいこと?
And yes, this is like very much like the pinnacle of metafiction because this is very much like, you know, a mystery story that analyzes the way that we look at mysteries both in fiction and in real life.
多少はマシって程度だわ。
Angie nodded towards the black cat to let it know that she was ready. The cat nodded back in a refined manner, indicating that it wanted Angie to follow, and leapt from the balcony. Without turning back, Angie followed it, jumping out into the air as though swimming. Ava watched her go. An expression of ridicule and scorn failed across her face.
いってらっしゃい、エンジェ。
The manga ruins that because it has an answer for everything if you really want to know later. I actually do own the manga for episode 8. It's just that I've never opened it before. I just have it sitting on my bookshelf, just waiting for me to read it once I'm done playing Umineko. I might make my own, you know, video about a truth before I read the manga though, so that I could, you know, use the game as the basis for my own video of what I think would be like, you know, an answer to the Rokonjima massacre based on all what we've read so far before I read the manga. But I'm still deciding on what I want to do for post Umineko in terms of theory crafting. Because yeah, no, I do know that the manga is more direct with how it explains everything, so I don't know if I want to read it before or after I make my own theories.
それもあんたの選んだ道よ。
But yeah, no, I do have actually copies of the manga.
あんたはもう6歳じゃない。18歳なのよ。自分の人生は自分で選択しなさい。過保護なおばさまだことね。私は式典の様子を見に行くけれど、あなたは？
Are they gonna go together?
もうじき出陣の時間ですので、船に向かいます。
Man, I would love to see them, like, you know, watching the show together, making commentary. It would be an entertaining commentary.
手土産にはベアとの屍を。
She's one of the stagehands.
腹渡はパーティーに。私は皮をもらえることになってますので、剥製を作りましょう。
Excuse me?
これで謎のベールに包まれた六軒島物語もおしまいね。すると、その駒であるあんたもおしまいになりますね。私はただの駒よ。駒の役目はゲームが終わるまで自分の役目に忠実であることだわ。ゲームが終わった後のことを考えるのは駒の役目じゃない。そうですね。それは私も同じです。お互い今のこのひとときを楽しみましょう。では私もこれで失礼します。じゃあね、お仕事頑張ってね。
After exchanging elegant bows, the two witches vanished at the same time. Nothing remained except some half-finished teacups and the aroma of the tea itself. The poor person that has to come by and clean this up. It'll be cold tea by then. Building! One after another, luxury cars stopped in front of a high-class hotel in the city, and guests began to step out of them. Oh my god, it's the book reveal. Oh, this fuck. Oh my god, he's back?
前回のコンベンション以来ですな。
Oh, please tell me there's Rokujima Massacre conventions. All the guests gathered here were very rich and cultured. I fucking hate that term so much in this context. A single hobby tied all of them together. They were witch hunters. Like-minded people who enjoyed exploring various interpretations of the Rokujima mystery.
しかし本当でしょうか。後ろ宮エヴァの日記帳が実在したなんて。
This is quite a hobby to have. I mean, it's pretty much true crime. Like, they're pretty much true crime fans.
いい、私も噂には聞いておりました。後ろ宮エヴァが死の直前に隠したとささやかれる秘密の日記。彼女は六軒島の真実をそれに密かに記していたと噂されます。まるで王様の耳はロバの耳ですな。人は自分しか知り得ない秘密を穴を掘ってでも口にせずにはいられない悲しい生き
I
物な
wonder
の
if
で
he's
す。
the ultimate goat. Like, he just shows up, like, no go head. He just walks up to the Rokujima mansion and completely, like, slaughters the floor with half of the characters. Like, he just walks in and he just starts saying his own theories of the Rokujima massacre.
何でも聞いた話ではドバイのコレクターが1000万ドルで買収を持ちかけてるとか。
Wait, is this yen or, like, USD? Yen, USD, or what's the currency in Dubai? I don't think, yeah, like, what's the currency in Dubai? I feel like they're talking about the yen here because they're, you know, in a Japanese convention center, but let's see. Currency of the UAE. Yeah, so it's the dirham. Yeah, dirham. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be the dirham. It is only 27 cents in USD right now. So I don't know if they're talking about the UAE dirham, USD, or yen here. I mean, they say dollars, so maybe USD? I don't know. Either way, though, that's a lot of money regardless.
それはすごい。それだけロッキン島ミステリーが魅力的なことの証左ですな。
Conversations like this were breaking out passionately all over the place. Furthermore, it wasn't just guests who were allowed to enter. The press was also there in force. The Rokujima mystery was such a large movement that it became a social phenomenon at one point. Though it had died down slightly in recent years, it was still a topic fiercely debated across the internet. It was hardly any surprise that the discovery and imminent release of Ushimiya Ava's diary, which contained the truth of that mystery, had caused an uproar. And on top of all that, the mysterious forger Itoi Kukuro was to appear publicly for the first time. Itoi Kukuro. Itoi Kukuro. That name's not ringing a bell. In fact, it seemed that Itoi Kukuro and Hachio Toya, the upcoming mystery novelists, were the same person. Ah, Itoi Kukuro. Oh, okay. So wait, is there going to be Aurora coming up to the stage? Oh, yeah, it's pretty obvious because, like, the show that Aurora is putting on, it's pretty much the same as the Witch's Party that's going on. Of course, this meant that Hachio Toya would also be appearing in public for the first time. Though she was thought to be a male author, the fact that she was actually a mysterious woman author alone was enough to cause a stir. Before the diary unveiling party, a press conference was held in one of the rooms of the hotel.
いかにも私が八条東也です。
先生は過去のサイン会においても影武者を立ててまで姿を現すことを拒まれてきたわけですが、それが今回 こうして姿を現されたのはどういうご心境の変化からでしょう。
You know, what if she's also a double for the actual Toya? Because I remember them speaking about a Toya-san in the, you know, in in her house, basically. At Hachicho Toya's house, they talked about a Toya-san. What if this is not Hachicho Toya, but another body double? Because there is a Toya-san at your house, Hachicho.
六軒島の魔女伝説は無限の物語を生み出してきました。それが終焉することの意味を考えれば、物書きの端くれとしては姿を現す形で敬意を表するべきであると感じたからです。
偽書作家としての先生はネット上で真実に至ったと公言されておりました。それはつまりもう先生は日記の中身をご覧になっているということなのですか。
Are they going to be doing a public reading?
そしてそれはもうじき皆さんにも公開されることとなるでしょう。
こう言ってはなんですが、日記の中に記された内容が真実であるとの保証はあるのでしょうか。個人の私的記録に過ぎないといううがった見方もあるようですが。
I like this question. I really like this question.
いいえ、私が保証します。日記には真実が記されています。
Well, I can't really argue with that one. Ooh! Esther passed through the crowd, and the room was suddenly filled with camera flashes.
これにて八条先生の会見を終了いたします。報道各社の皆さん、本日は誠にありがとうございます。引き続きまして後宮エヴァ氏の日記の撮影時間に移りたいと思います。
Okay, yeah, I feel like that's like the main thing. People want photos of that diary. A hotel worker pushed forward a cart covered by a veil. Then, after looking to Hachicho for approval, he removed the veil. Isn't this a little ghoulish? Like, they're talking about a murder of 18 people. Well, supposedly 18 people, but this is a little bit ghoulish, isn't it? There lay Ushimiya Eva's diary. The book of the single truth sat there, waiting for its seal to be released. Hachicho held it to her chest and laughed enigmatically. Camera flashes came from everywhere, making the book of the single truth glint.
以上で会見を終了させていただきます。それでは皆様、会場の方へ移動をお願いいたします。
Still holding the diary, Hachicho left the press conference room, escorted by men from the hotel, until she went through a door that said authorized personnel only. The journalists continued to surround her and ask questions, hoping to gather just one more comment. When the door slammed shut, the world twisted. The hotel employees became black cats wearing capes. Hachicho turned to Featherine. Oh, Hachicho turned into Featherine.
すごい熱気じゃない。楽しめた？疲れる。だが悪くない。それにしても、この日記は重いな。
Featherine tossed the diary and Burncastle caught it.
私は少し控室で休ませてもらおう。出番なんてすぐよ。休んでる暇なんてないでしょ。では休むと言わず、久しぶりの興奮をかみしめる時間が欲しいと言い直すの。この本借りるわよ。園児に一番に見せる約束をしているわ。そうか。ならば好きにするがよい。
Featherine left, followed by her cat attendants. After watching her until she was out of sight, Castle disappeared as well. Oh shit. Oh, it's about to happen? Like Eriko's room, Castle's was a balcony without a handrail, dug out of a bookshelf cliff. Oh hey, it's the character I see winning all those one character versus versus a verse debates. Yep, that was Featherine. Ahora. Yeah, no, she's pretty powerful pretty much in the world of When They Cry. Like, I don't know her full power level because I've not really seen her in combat, but I know we're gonna get a glimpse of that, especially if Lambda Delta gets involved. I have a feeling that Featherine might get on the battlefield. I'm curious to see this, actually. Angie had been kept waiting for some time, but she had waited patiently, looking down at the world below her.
遅くなったわね。
Oh fuck, are we getting the book reading right now, or are we gonna get an option to say yes or no to it?
ごめんなさい。
Oh damn. After Castle appeared, the black cats gave a bow and vanished.
ほら、
Oh, did she just throw the book at her?
持ってきたわよ。
Oh fuck.
一なる真実の書。
触れてもいい？
Thank you for that, Angie. Okay, I don't know what happens with those ones. Like, every time it's like a ... but you hear a line for the ... I am so confused. Like, is this like directly taken from the original script, but then the voice was added to it? Oh, I want to know how they did the timing of this localization.
お好きになさい。
Castle set it on the table and beckoned Angie forward. Slowly, Angie approached it.
これがエヴァおばさんの日
そうよ。その中にあんたが知りたかった一なる真実が記されているわ。鍵は持ってるわよね。
記。ええ。ここに。
Angie took the key out, looked at it there on her palm, and gripped it tightly. Even the heavy lock that held the diary so securely was fated to be swept aside easily as soon as Angie readied herself.
せかさないわ。あなたの心の準備がついてから開けると。
Fuck, are we gonna get a decision here?
この中には1986年10月4日と5日に何が起こったか記されているのよね。
そうよ。あなたが命と引き換えにしてでも知りたいと願ったすべてがね。
In that instant. Whoa, what the fuck? In that instant, two Angies appeared inside of her, taking control of her body at the same time. There are two wolves. On the one hand, she knew that she already paid a great price to learn the truth. This part of her gripped the key, wanting to avoid a second of hesitation that might lead her to refuse to learn the truth now. At the final moment, with the book of the single truth right before her. Can you believe there isn't an Angie Beatrice outfit in the original sprites? Really? That's actually really interesting. So Rikishi never drew one? Huh. That is actually really interesting. I wonder why he chose not to. Was there like a Maria witch form as well as Ava Beatrice? Like, I am curious now, like, if he included those characters as well, if he didn't include Angie Beatrice outfit. On the other hand, a feeling as though she was betraying the brother and family who watched over her warmly made her bite her lower lip. However, though she shook, she could do nothing but watch as her right hand slowly brought the key towards the lock. Oh, we don't get a choice. She's just gonna do it. What am I hesitating for? Inside this diary is the final destination of my sad, painful 12-year-long journey. Wasn't 12 years enough? I want to keep living that way? My brother is an illusion hidden by my heart. My naive hope that a miracle might still occur. If I put my two options on a scale, the path I should choose is clear. One, I push the key into the lock, and twist it. The lock opened with a click, and at the same time, it felt as though a crack ran through the key in my hands. Fuck. Oh shit. Maybe a part of that intricate design had fallen off. I couldn't tell where it was broken just by glancing at it. However, for some reason, its golden glint dulled somehow. It twisted.
あんたがその鍵で選択をしたから魔法が一つ消えたのよ。
Oh, the magic is falling apart from this mystery. Maria and Ava have one. Only Angie has a bunch of I don't know if it's correct to say a budget cut, but that might be the case since I believe this came out in 2010. Yeah, no, this came out in 2010. So Higurashi was starting to get very popular. It's just that I don't think it was like the juggernaut it is today. Maybe it was still very popular, and maybe Rikishi just didn't have enough budget in the Umineko end? I'm not sure. Like, I know that all the Umineko chapters did come out during Comiket, though he released Umineko from, like, 2007 to 2010, and there's a lot of writing, so he might have to rush some things.
何の魔法？バトラが言わなかった？その鍵はあなた以外の誰にも渡すことはできないって。そのあなたに選択を委ねるという魔法が今その役目を終えて消えたのよ。
This story is a cat box. Observing it destroys other interpretations. Okay. It was a joke. I don't know the reason. That's totally fair. No, that's totally fair. I mean, that may be just its own cat box and understanding the reason why Angie never had an Angie Beatrice chase, right?
もうその鍵はただの鍵。この日記を開け閉めするだけのただの鍵よ。そう。じゃあこのお兄ちゃんの鍵ももう用済みね。もらってもいい？
What are you gonna do with the key?
あんたが読んだ後にもう一度施錠するの。
Yep, okay, very fair, very fair.
その錠前を開けるのもパーティーの立派なセレモニーだそうだから。そう。好きにすればいいの。
God, the music in the background is leading me to believe that this could be Amy's very last scene. I don't give a damn what happens after I find the truth. Berncastle slid the key from where it lay on the table and put it into her pocket.
では、どうぞ。
Man, I have a feeling that Angie's just going to disappear once she opens it.
真実を知ろうとするあなたの勇気が消えてしまう前に。
Wait, Berncastle, before I open the books, what the fuck is up with the statues behind you? By the way, this is her room. This is her own room, so she put those statues there. I lifted up Aunt Ava's now unlocked diary. The lock was unset. Even the hinge had been released by now. Nothing stands in the way of me opening to the pages within. I thought of taking a deep breath. However, I decided against it. I prepared myself for this long ago. It'd be stupid to fuel my reluctance further. opened it. Finally, ruthlessly, I knew that this was the right way to open the pages that held the truth. As soon as the cover was opened, a brilliant light poured out, and my mind went hazy. Oh, she's dying. Oh, no! The truth was sent to my mind directly, without letters or words. Tell me, what happened that day on Wokunjima? Oh, is that where they're gonna end it? Ah. My consciousness returned gradually. Nothing was written in the open book before me. Of course. They seem majestic and artistic. That's all. Indeed. Oh yeah, this music's really good. Of course. This was my own blank and empty notebook. She knew. I was at school, just sitting idly with my notebook open. The world had stopped. The hands on the clock had stopped too. In that case, the auditorium should have been filled with silence. However, I could hear a small commotion. In this world of suspended time, I could see dark shapes sneaking about in the shadows of the unmoving students. Goats. They were students with goat heads. They were swinging glances at me from behind their frozen students, whispering something to each other. I know. I can hear them. Everybody knows. One after another, students with goat heads grew out of shadows all over the room. They slipped around, all the students stopped in time and gathered around them. Then they all jeered out something in unison, and as if they knew I could hear, shouts, giggles, gossips, and sneers. However, nothing that came from the goats' mouths reached my ears as words. This was a world without letters or words, so no words reached me. However, their emotions and meanings did reach me, so I knew what they were saying. And then, when I was able to visualize it, one after another, the goats opened their massive jaws, showing me their fangs that dripped with saliva, and came forward to bite me. Time to stop me. I was aware, but I could not move. That wasn't going to be true. However, this was something that I couldn't hear, so I couldn't move. The goats spit all over my body, leaving their fang marks. Maybe they didn't like the taste of my clothes. Taking advantage of the fact that I couldn't move, they chewed through my clothes one by one. Over and over again, the ghosts stuck out their tongues, their jaws, their fangs all into my naked body. I was covered with drool and bitten all over. Bright red teeth marks were left behind as sharp things pierced my skin, leaving trails of blood. They licked up that blood like real goats, pricked a million. As I hung my head, one of the goats pulled at my hair, forcing me to look up and spoke. They didn't say it with concepts, but with words I could hear. However, they weren't words of the human world. There were witches' words. The red truth, which signifies truth that is certain. Lay it on me. I was not expecting that voice. I thought it was gonna be more like, you know, deep, serious, and foreboding. I was not expecting that though. Oh shit. Damn, that is the truth. That's so horrible to read, considering it is, as I read it, it is metaphor of her bullying and how it makes her suffer. Yeah, I mean the personification of the goats here, being in the school uniforms of St. Lucia Academy, really does show the bullying that Angie faced and how it truly affected her after the death of her family.
認めないわ。そんな真実、私は認めない。認めない。あんたが認める認めないって信じるわけない。
Is this Beatrice's voice actress? This sounds like Beatrice's voice actress. Who cares about the truth? So stupid, so pointless. I'm the one who gets to decide if it's the truth or not, right? Even if it's the red truth, I won't acknowledge it, won't forgive it, it definitely won't accept it.
赤き真実は絶対？誰にとっての絶対？あんたたちにとっての絶対でしょ？
ほう。
私にとっての絶対じゃない。私の真実はあんたたちの真実に汚されたりなんかしない。エンジェ、落ち着いて。知りたいと願ったのあんたでしょ。私の真実はエヴァおばさんが犯人。
Fuck. Maybe the truth in episode 7 might be a little bit more truthful. But based on the way that Angie's reacting.
エヴァおばさんがみんなを殺したのよ。悪いのは全部エヴァおばさん。お父さんもお母さんもお兄ちゃんもみんなただの犠牲者。誰も悪くない。誰も悪くない。だってそうじゃない。だってそうじゃない。
Thought you could also have the truth, did you? Good play. Good play, Burn Castle. Your aunt will always be on your side, Angie-chan.
わかったわ。あんたの言葉の意味。そうよ、エヴァおばさん、あんたが犯人よ。あんたが犯人。それを認めない世界の方がおかしいのよ。壊れてるのよ。正しいのは私。私は赤き真実を、世界の全てを否定する。そう。じゃあ、あんただけに記せる赤き真実を記してごらんなさい。でも、人間はどうやって赤き真実を記すの？
Hold on. Angie can't write a truth, but Angie Beatrice can.
あるわよ。人間にしか記せない真っ赤なインクがあるじゃない。
エンジェさん、落ち着いてください。
正しいのは私。間違ってるのが世界。私が記してあげる。本当の赤き真実で私が真実を記してあげる。
20屋上支援大至急。
Oh shit.
エンジェさん、待ちなさい。
Wait, did she not fall off the roof?
早まるな。危ない。
グッバイ、エンジ。Have a nice day。記してあげる。これが私の記す真っ赤な真実。お前たちの世界の真実など私は受け入れるものか。
Is she gonna die here or hold on? It's falling. Angie's body went past the edge of the balcony. The air, which she had once been able to swim through, was now completely merciless for some reason. Angie's body plunged straight into the darkness below. Barncastle just watched the scene play out in silence. Behind her, men in black suits rushed up to the fence, clutching it and screaming.
エンジェさんが飛び降りた。ダメだ、ここからは姿が見えない。大至急地上を調べろ。無理だ、どうしようもなかった。ひょっとするとあそこの棒のネットに引っかかったかもしれん。
Oh, okay. Maybe she got caught. Yeah, maybe she did get caught by the thing from that.
調べてみよう。
What fools. If you jump straight down from this height, do you really think that such a flimsy net could possibly save you?
そんな奇跡絶対に起こらないことを。
I decline to accept this. This is my truth. Angie's body fell from the skyscraper-like bookshelf and slammed against the floor of the City of Books. Looking down from Berncastle's balcony, which was as high as the skyscraper's roof. Did it look like a lovely red pressed flower? Fuck! No, you couldn't see it at all. Just like how the death of a single lonely girl who rejected the world didn't matter to anyone in the world. God damn! Whoa! She probably died instantly. Fuck! It was only natural. She had fallen straight down from this height, after all. Is it even conceivable that she would die instantly after something? She would have died instantly after something like that? The index finger on the right hand of her corpse stuck out, as though it was tracing something. Could it be that, by some impossible miracle, she had really escaped an instant death? And could see the red blood that had drained from her at the moment of her death had been the ink that drew her own personal red truth? I have a mic problem? Oh, shit. Hold on. That's a problem. Wait. What's going on with my mic? Hello? Audio problem? Oh, I've been dropping frames. Oh, shit. Let me go ahead and, play the feedback. My microphone is quiet. Hold on. So I went ahead and just turned up my microphone a bit more. Huh. Was it like that earlier in the stream? She writes, "Fuck you, Ava and Rad." Huh. Maybe it was because I was speaking with a soft voice. That's why things were a bit weird in audio. I'll try to speak up more. I turned up my microphone all the way, though. Oh, wait. Hold on. It's not in sync. I don't think it's in sync. Hold on. Oh my god. Yeah, it's not in sync. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, it's not in sync with my, it's not in sync with my webcam on stream. Hold on. Okay, I deactivated and activated my camera. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's not in sync. I am not syncing with my webcam. The audio is turning on and off. Really? Okay, so the audio on my end is not turning on and off. It's the webcam that's really far behind. Oh my god, yeah, no, it's not in, yeah, things are not in sync on my end, but the audio is cutting off? Weird. Weird. Interesting. It is in sync for me. Huh. How close am I to the end of this chapter? It seems like we're having some connection issues on the YouTube end. I mean, there have been some dropped frames from what I'm seeing. Yeah, it's in sync and the audio is fine. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, so if I'm close to the end of this chapter, I'm going to finish it off here. But if I'm not close, I might have to close the stream off here so that I could potentially look into my connection to the internet. Because it could be like an internet issue on my end. Because I am seeing like drop frames on OBS's statistics. Network drop frames, 1.9% since the beginning of the stream. God damn, I've missed a lot of frames. Whoa, 1.9% of the frames in the stream were lost? Interesting. Frames missed due to rendering lag. It's still like 0.0%. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Close for the next scene. You can end there if you want. Okay, yeah, I might do that for today so that I can check my connection issues. And also, it's getting close to 6 p.m. anyway, which was my cutoff time. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish up the scene real quick. And then, yeah, that'll be the end of today's stream. Yeah, no, thank you for pointing out these potential issues. I'll take a look into them before next week's stream. And could the red blood that had drained from her at the moment of her death have been the ink that drew her own personal red truth? Does it say fuck you, Ava? However, no one would ever be able to tell what she had written. After all, the red blood pouring from her corpse had run over it all.
それさえもあんたの選択よ。エンジェ。
Ava was looking down at the beautiful flower of blood radiating from Angie's corpse. Does that mean everyone's too late?
私はあんたを生かそうとした。
By the way, I spelled burger. Oh my god! Literally, she just died. Well, it's better to eat meat fresh. Like, to be honest.
でもあんたは6歳より先の未来を生きようとしなかった。だからあんたは12年をかけてやっと元の場所に戻ってきた。
The eyes on Angie's corpse were closed. However, there was no way of knowing this was peaceful. Eventually, the corpse began to melt away. At the end, it had become a messy lump of flesh, with only a few parts recognizable as human. It was hardly surprising. How else would she look after falling from that height and slamming against the asphalt?
あんたは死ねたわ。でもね、それで天国のみんなに迎えてもらえるかは別だわ。だってあんたはその天国のみんなを拒絶してここへ来たんじゃない。See you hell.
Well, at least you get to see your aunt.
いいえ、多分。
Oh, hey! Family reunion!
さようなら、エンジェ。
あらエヴァ、ちょうどいいところへ。お呼びでしょうか、我が主。そのひき肉のゴミを捨てておいてちょうだい。私はこれを戻してくるわ。
In Burke Castle's hands were the key, which had lost its magic when Angie made her decision, and the book of the single truth, which had been locked up again.
かしこまりました、我が主。
Oh, if she needed to see her family, most of them are there. Exactly! Maybe some members are not there, but most of them are there. After looking down one more time, Burncastle vanished. While she had gone, Ava summoned some cat familiars and ordered them to clean up. The black cats gathered Angie's flesh and scattered limbs and threw them into a tin bucket. even in this miserable form, Angie's soul is still living. Perhaps living is a poor description. She was unable to die. From now on, she would drift along the deepest depths of oblivion, covered by the dust of oblivion, until she finally disappeared. She continued to question herself. What did the truth mean to her? Oops, wrong button. Of course, Maria's. Oh no! The 10-year-old's in hell! Oh no. Oh yes, Maria is absolutely in hell because we all know she is the true, murderer behind the Rokujima family massacre. What was right? And where was the place she could call home? As her flesh began to cool, even the energy to ask these questions began to fade. Eventually, she would forget her everyday memories, and even at the reason why she was suffering. However, there was one thing she would never forget. That was the anguish. From this point forth, she would suffer endlessly without even knowing why. I mean, she already knows how hell works, so wouldn't be surprised. True. That is true. By the time the cats finished flinging her corpse into the bucket and dumping it into the sea of nothingness, Angie had forgotten even her own name. Okay, that gotta go in the list of, fates worse than death, though. Like, that gotta go in that list. Alright, I think that was the end of that scene. And that's actually good timing. I do need to get going in 10 minutes. Oh, we're gonna be back to the Rose Garden. I mean, the Golden Land, not Rose Garden. The Rose Garden's been eaten by the goats. Those damn goats. Those damn goats. Alright. Well, thank you everybody for joining me today for the stream. It was pretty fun. Hopefully I'm not getting sick because if I do get sick, that would not be fun. But I do plan on streaming again next weekend. We found the job of Shiramiya Maria. Alright. Alright then, she's the culprit. Case closed. Yep. Her jaw. Her jaw is her proof that she was there and she did the murders. That was the main proof. Only proof. Her jaw was there. That's a confession of murder. Her jaw, it's the metaphor of how she, spoke the truth. I killed my own family. She was always talking about witches, so she wanted to make a rich urban legend. That's her motive. She wanted a witch urban legend, so she manufactured one by killing her family one by one. Oh. Impressive. Maria's probably one of the most impressive 10-year-olds, actually. She killed 17 other people. Or after she just, went down and found the golden room, she's like, oh, this is nice. Hey, what does this do? And just, turns on the bomb that kills everyone on the island. That could be more plausible. Rather than her coming out with a knife and stabbing everyone, no, she gets into the underground bunker, finds the room full of gold, and notices that there's something up with the clock. And she's like, huh, I wonder what this does. And then just sets off the bomb. It was Maria. She just didn't understand what was going on. Alright, I'm gonna probably just, start closing off with that one. Thank you all again for, joining me for this stream. Sorry that at times I was a little bit spacey. I do think, I might have some sort of, illness hitting me, but I'm hoping that it's not, an actual illness, so that I'm, healthy enough to, get ready for next week's stream, because I do plan on streaming next weekend some more Umineko. I just need to figure out, when I'm gonna be streaming more Umineko. I will be updating everyone soon, but thank you all for watching today's stream, and I'll be back with some more Umineko no Naku Koro ni Chiru next time.